Good afternoon, everyone. We're glad you're with us for THV 11 News at noon. I'm Karen Fuller in for Journey Taylor today. Right on time, summer is officially here, and with it comes the annual THV 11 Summer Cereal Drive. Let's take you straight to the action today in Cabot. THV 11 Chief Meteorologist and cereal collector extraordinaire Tom Brandon is live in his hometown. Tom, tell us about day one.
Yes, ma'am, Karen Fuller. We're having a great day here in Cabot. I will have your total at the end of the show. You still have time between now and 12:30 to come out to the Kroger and say hi to us. Say hi to Heidi the heifer from Highland Dairy right here and drop off a box of cereal. Heidi's holding a box of Lucky Charms. Heidi is our Lucky Charm today on this very warm and toasty Monday. Again, we're here till 12:30 at the Kroger in Cabot. Bring the kids out, let them have a picture here with Heidi, if you will, and drop off a box or two of cereal. $1 will equal one cereal box. So if you drop off $10, $20, $30, that's equivalent to 10, 20, 30 boxes of cereal. It's a great day in Cabot. We'll give you the results in just a few moments, but right now let's go back into Karen Fuller.
Plot twist, it's actually Scott Covert. It's going to be a warm day out there. I think the heat's getting to Tom already. In fact, we're in those upper 80s, low 90s across most of Arkansas here at the noon hour. Take a look at the numbers we're tracking for you. It's 89 in Searcy, 87 currently in Stuttgart, Pine Bluff, Monticello. Couple of the first cities to reach that 90-degree mark today. We're going to see those throughout most of the week. Temperatures are not only warm, but the sun is shining across Arkansas. Just a few clouds moving through parts of west Arkansas. That'll continue to be the case. I think we'll see some of those puffy cumulus clouds this afternoon. And a few of those could result in some of those afternoon pop-ups that we see this time of year. Your chance of rain only 20%. The high today, 94 degrees, certainly feeling a lot like summer. It's going to be warm all week. Thankfully, the humidity stays in check, but unfortunately, that means little to no rain chances. Now, I do have some low chances of rain this week. I'll tell you when and where coming right up.
All right, Scott, thank you. Now, developing news in Faulkner County today. The sheriff's office is investigating a homicide. It happened on Shawnee Drive on the far east side of Conway. Deputies say they have a person of interest in custody and that there is no threat to the community as a part of this. The investigation, of course, ongoing. We'll continue to keep you updated as we get more information. In Jefferson County, authorities are reporting a total of 10 homicides in the city of Pine Bluff. But many members of the community are unwilling to stand by and instead gathered over the weekend for a march to raise awareness and try and stop the violence. THV 11's Julissa Garza shares their pleas for peace.
That's the message We the Willing hopes people will take away from Saturday's Stop the Violence March.
It's been about 2 months in the making. We did a lot of preparation for it. What we're hoping to do is bring positivity.
Rebecca Lyons with the organization says more than anything, they want to unite people who call this city home in hopes of putting a stop to gun violence.
I don't have kids myself, but I have like little cousins, nephews, things of that nature. And I think of it as my kids, so this is my community, their community.
Many people supporting the effort, like community activist Glenn Jackson Jr.
We got to do something. We got to do something. It's time.
He says he doesn't want to see any more lives lost.
The community, we sick of it. We're here to let our voice be heard. We have a few victims here, victims' mothers here today that's going to speak. We're just sick of it.
One of those moms is Jornetta Shaw.
March 28, 2022, my son was killed gun violence, and that was my son's senior year. That was taken from him.
It's been tough for Shaw and her family, with a piece of them missing.
So much pain, and I'm still in pain today. My son was 17 years old at the time that they killed him.
Which is why she wants to make sure no other parent has to endure what she has.
I wouldn't wish this pain on anybody. A gun shouldn't be the source of running to for a solution.
Each person here marching for those who lost their lives, hoping it doesn't continue to happen.
Put them guns down! Stop the
In Pine Bluff, Jalissa Garza, THV 11 News.
The group says more events are planned for this summer, and they'll be hosting more conversations on what can be done to give people other alternatives to violence. And now another THV 11 update. The state Supreme Court is to hear arguments this week on the Arkansas LEARNS Act. The court is to hear legal briefs tomorrow and Wednesday by a group claiming the governor's signature education reform plan did not go through the proper voting channels in the legislature. Attorney General Tim Griffin had asked the high court to quickly reject the group's complaints, but that didn't happen. Made up of parents and citizens in the Marvell-Elaine School District, the group argues there was no proper vote held on the emergency order to put LEARNS in effect immediately. Just Friday, the state Supreme Court chose to allow the group's arguments to be heard. That means for now, other schools are not yet able to proceed with planning for the LEARNS changes that would take effect this upcoming academic year. The justices could issue a ruling, though, as soon as later this week. The attorney who filed the initial suit against the state in Pulaski County says they are heartened by the Supreme Court's ruling and that the state was trying to violate the Arkansas Constitution. But Arkansas House Speaker Matthew Shepard is weighing in, saying the procedures used to pass the LEARNS Act are standard, and the House does have the authority to determine the voting process. He says for years, both Republicans and Democrats have embraced the same voting methods used with Arkansas LEARNS. Developing now, we're learning more about the Virginia plane crash that killed 4 people. A young child among them. Before crashing, federal authorities say the small plane in Virginia had gone into restricted airspace. Well, that triggered the launch of F-16 planes to try and intercept it, and that caused a sonic boom that startled entire neighborhoods in and around the nation's capital. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
The sonic boom rattled the metro D.C. area Sunday, including Northern Virginia and Southern Maryland. People in neighborhoods across the region reported clearly hearing it. It turned out to be F-16 fighter jets headed to intercept a small plane that entered restricted airspace over the nation's capital. The FAA says it was a Cessna Model 560 headed from Tennessee to Long Island, New York.
For some reason, the plane reversed course and ended up flying through airspace over the D.C. area. Defense officials say the pilot did not respond to repeated attempts to contact the aircraft.
The FAA says the plane crashed in a remote wooded area in western Virginia. No survivors were found.
This has the signatures of some sort of incapacitation.
CBS aviation safety analyst Robert Sumwalt used to chair the National Transportation Safety Board. He offered one possible cause of the crash.
The airplane does not pressurize properly. The pilots become hypoxic, meaning, of course, lack of oxygen. They fall asleep, as do the passengers. Because of lack of oxygen, they perish. Meanwhile, the airplane continues.
As federal officials investigate the crash, Florida businessman John Rumpel told the New York Times his daughter, 2-year-old granddaughter, and her nanny were on the plane, along with the pilot. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Tension between the U.S. and China over Taiwan is intensifying after video shows a Chinese warship speeding up, coming within 150 yards of hitting an American missile destroyer in the Taiwan Strait. The Chinese ship called the U.S. vessel, ordering it to move or there would be a collision. The U.S. ship slowed to avoid a crash, but this comes after a Chinese fighter jet in the same region flew so close to a U.S. military plane it caused turbulence. Stay with THV 11 News at noon. When we come back, we'll take you back to Cabot for more summer cereal drive fun with Tom Brannan. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Scott Covert.
It looks like the sun is shining there in Cabot. It's shining across most of Arkansas, including downtown Little Rock, as you can see here from our View 11. It's been a pretty nice day thus far. Temperatures, however, have warmed up quickly. It's feeling a lot like summer in Arkansas. Is there any relief in sight? Or is there any rain chances in the near future? I've got those answers and more here coming right up after this quick break.